Hi everyone. If you catched my Periscope this morning, thank you for catching it. I had it set to record to my camera roll, and for some reason it didn't record. So I am doing a re-recording of this so you can, for those who weren't able to catch the broadcast live and you're not going to catch it within the next 24 hours, I wanted to make sure you still were able to see it. I did a post yesterday on FPSResources.com on what's on your teacher wish list. And this is the perfect time with Black Friday and Cyber Monday this weekend and everything to kind of think of things that you can use in your studio. So I just wanted to highlight some of those things I did in the blog post with you today. So I'm just going to get right to it, and I'm going to start with the mic, the lavalier mic that I mentioned in the post. I bought a Movo lavalier mic and I'm really happy with it. The reason I bought it was I wanted to use it for my video lessons when I did video lessons for my students and Skype and FaceTime. I just felt like the audio could be better, and so I wanted to show you the difference. I don't have the mic on right now. It's attached to me, but I don't have it plugged in, so I wanted you to hear the difference between without it, which is right now, and with. So give me a second and I'll plug it in. Right, so now it's plugged in, and you should be able to hear a difference between when I have it on and when I don't. Another thing, usually when I do my video lessons, there are times that I am playing, but I want to talk at the same time with when I'm playing, and I notice that it's much better when I have a mic on than when I don't, because otherwise the volume of the piano kind of weighs out the volume of my voice. The next thing is I love this long stapler. This has become so handy to have. I'm sure you've come across this many times in your students with their books when the cover comes off of their books, and it's like, oh man, it's such a pain. So the long stapler fixes that. You just open it to that center fold where the staples are, and you just turn it over and get your nice long stapler, and it literally is long enough to reach right in that center, and then you just re-staple it where you want to staple it, and it's good to go again. So I just love this stapler, and then it's nice and a nice book, so I need to fix this one. All right, another thing that I like, I bought this last year and used it for my keyboard festival last year and plan to use it a lot, is these musical ice trays. And I actually haven't used them for ice yet. I've used them for chocolate molds. So I've made these fun little music note chocolate molds. And the thing I like about this is it's made with silicone, so it's nice and bendable. So when you do chocolate molds, like literally you just, they pop out really nice and easy. So they're pretty easy. Of course, you can make ice cubes with them too. All right. The next thing is I have this little, it's called Time Tracker Mini, and I use this in my lab with my students. I have a couple options with lab. Some of my students do a half-hour lab and some do 20-minute interval labs. The ones that do 20-minute intervals are actually my rotating students that are there for an hour and rotate in 20-minute stations. So they actually have 2 stations in lab in their tech time stuff. And so what I could do for those students, I would just set it 20 minutes here and then set this 20 minutes on the bottom. So they would get a light for the first 20 minutes that they need to change. And it has a red light and a green light. So when you, let's see. So you start the green light when the timer starts, and then when the first timer goes off, it will blink red, and then the next timer will start, and then that will blink red. It does have audio, so it could go or whatever. I don't like to use the audio. I think the light is what makes the timer cool. It's just a simple light that shines and blinks red when it's time to switch. If you just had like a half-hour lab or a 15-minute lab, you can just do a 5-minute warning so they know they have 5 minutes left in their station, and set the top timer for the 30 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever you do. So that also has come in handy in my lab. All right, the next thing, okay, so I thought I just bought this Catapult. And the reason why is because this year we have a medieval theme going on. And so I wanted to do some fun medieval type music games. And so I saw this Catapult and I'm like, perfect. So we're going to be using this at Christmas camp in a couple weeks. And so basically they just bend back, and this is just little foam ball. And then they're going to bend it back and whoop. And I'm going to be posting on what game I came up with in a couple weeks when we use this. I'll make that a blog post so you can see it. And I also have another couple of games that I'll share as well during that time. So keep on the lookout for that. All right, next thing is these spinners that have come really handy during group parties and classes and camps and such. They're the SpinZone magnetic spinners. The box looks like that. You just draw your thing, that your little game that you're doing, and then you just stick one of the 3 spinners that it comes with onto the whiteboard, and it's magnetic, so it just sticks right there. And I'm going to just keep one of these on and kind of show you how easy it spins. So let's just say we have, we drew a circle or whatever, and like it literally does what it's supposed to. It spins. So speaking of this whiteboard, I really love the whiteboards that come from musicteacherlesson.com. They have all sorts of sizes. This is, I think, a medium size. They have smaller ones. They have big ones. I have a big one in my lab room. And I just love these. They're magnetic. They have the keyboard on top, the treble and bass clef, and the chord lines down here that you can do some chord work. They're just really nice whiteboards. Good quality. All right, just a few more. The next thing I thought I'd feature is these cubes that have, I'll show you kind of what the box looks like that it comes in. It looks like that. And they're instruction cubes. Basically, they have these plastic things inside them, so you could just literally slip a flashcard. I'll just slip a different kind of flashcard that I have. Here's a rhythm flashcard I have in here. You could put pieces of paper. I've done that. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You could do questions. You can do scales. Roll it for what scale you want them to play. Really the thing is endless when it comes to cubes. Cube games. You just have them toss it, and whatever it lands on, they do that thing, or they answer a question, or you could have different questions in here, or whatever you want to do. I've even used this for a game that I've used with my little church students. Okay, the next thing is another game that I like to do that are easy games, are games that you can use Flyswatters with. And I have Flyswatters that I've bought at the dollar store, and they're cute and have little designs on them and stuff. But the only thing I didn't like about those Flyswatters is when a student would swat the right answer, I would have to have them lift up their Flyswatter so I could see if they got the correct answer. And so these Flyswatters are called word and number swatters, and they're specifically for the classroom in mind. And they have these nice holes in them. And they come in 2 different sizes in the box. You'll have some that are small and some that are big. And they both work well. And so they swat, and you can see if they got it right away. So I really like these Flyswatters. Or I should say classroom swatters. All right, I think I'm down to the last one that I was going to feature today. So the last one is one of my favorite ones that my students love, and you could use it with trivia questions and such, and that is the Expert. Expert looks like this. It has 3 eggs, colored eggs, and each of those colors have a little button that correspond with them. And there's 2 things you can do. You could do it quiz show style, where you ask a question and then whoever gets the answer correct first pushes their buttons. So I'm going to use the blue. So the blue lights up, and you could have it set to a timer, so they only have like 5 minutes or 5 seconds, 10 seconds, up to 30 seconds to answer it before it's too late. I'm actually going to turn this on to the volume so you can hear the difference between if you have it on voice and tone. So if a student is answering the question, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time's up.
Time's up. So it'll say time's up. And then the other option is tone, where it'll do the same thing. It'll count down to whatever timer you have, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then it'll just go, just have a buzzer. There's different settings on here that you can do different things with them. You could have a Wheel of Fortune style where all of them are lighting up, and then whatever it lands on, that person will answer the question. So they really love this. It's a great way to see how well they know their stuff. It's just basically quizzing them in a fun way. So they really enjoy that one. I think I went through everything I was going to, and I think I did it in record time. The Periscope took a little bit longer, I think. So I hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving this week, and hope you got some good ideas of things you can add to your wish list. And so happy shopping with that. And I will see you later. Catch me on the blog, FPSResources.com. And I will do a follow-up post again on the Catapult, so be on the lookout for that. All right, bye.